Welcome back, everybody. I'm Ed Berliner. Thanks so much for joining us. Our special coverage of the 2016 GOP Nevada caucus continues. And again, we have no numbers at this time because, quite frankly, a lot of the caucuses won't close until 9 o'clock their time, midnight Eastern time. But there's something else going on. The number of tweets and the pieces of information that are coming out about the disasters that are going on here. And again, we've talked about this, how Nevada is a little bit shaky on running the caucuses here. Here's someone on Twitter pointing out, best one of the night so far. Somewhere a political scientist is watching the Nevada caucus. Soon they will silently turn off the TV, get up, and set their degree on fire. Think about that for just a moment and imagine what's going on at the places where they are caucusing themselves. Let's get back. Let's welcome back from the Federalist, D.C. McCallister, and the shy lefty from the Hill, Brent Budowsky, comes back once again. All right, Brent, I'm going to start with you because we got a little lefty action here coming on because the town hall is going on also as well. CNN is looking at that. A lot of people are paying attention to the Democratic town hall. We heard from Bernie Sanders a little bit ago because he was basically bringing a race card into it, going against Republicans, bringing in the race card and the birthday card against the president. Hillary Clinton was asked if she would hand over, this has become a big deal actually, and Bernie Sanders has made this a big deal, asked if she would hand over transcripts from her paid speeches. And here is what Hillary Clinton said.
Will you agree to release these transcripts? They have become an issue.
Sure, if everybody does it, and that includes the Republicans, because we know they have made a lot of speeches. But look, why is there one standard for me and not for everybody else, Brent?
Brent, I got to tell you, there's a part of me that says, I get it. There's another part of me that says you were asked the direct question and you dodged, Mrs. Clinton, because there's a lot of discussion about what you said, who you said it to, and the kind of money that you're taking. What do you think?
Well, first of all, watching the chaos in Nevada from the Republicans, it's good to know they're even more screwed up than we are. It's amazing. No, I get it, and I'll give you the straight, honest, and direct answer. Hillary Clinton does not want to release those transcripts. She will fight to the death to make every excuse to not release them. I have 6 independent reports of what was said in those, including one person who actually heard a tape. There is a tape circulating. And the bottom line of what she said was, thank you for giving me campaign money. We're all in this together, meaning she and the banks. She did not blame them at all for the financial crisis. She will be gravely embarrassed if she has to release them. And it's just, frankly, just a disgrace that she won't. Whether you're for Clinton or not, they are going to come out. And what I just told you, I guarantee is accurate. It's the least that's going to come out. She should get it out of the way. But these contortions and evasions and excuses are just horribly unacceptable and transparently obvious. And as a Democrat, I'm going to be very honest about this. She should release those transcripts, stop finding excuses. She had enough trouble telling Scott Pelley that she won't say that she'll never lie to the American people. She has a trust problem, and the only way to deal with it is to be open and come clean. It is inexcusable. And whether you support Hillary or Bernie, she should release those transcripts, let it all come out, tell the truth, let the people know, and stop playing word games with I'll do it, I'm thinking about it, but if. That's why her trust number is so low. And she needs to get that number up, and the way to do it is to earn trust.
D.C., is it fair to say that from the right, Republicans just salivate every time Hillary Clinton opens her mouth these days, quite frankly, because she's not any more trustworthy now than she was a month ago, maybe even less so. Bernie Sanders continues to make inroads. Look, she may have a lot of money and a lot of superdelegates here, D.C., but quite frankly, it seems to a lot of people that if the woman told the truth, her tongue would snap off.
Definitely. But, nothing sticks to her. So, she's not going to be any more trustworthy tomorrow than she is today, even if she releases the transcripts. I don't think that's going to help her credibility. It just doesn't stick to her. It's interesting that the top candidates.
Why, though? That's a very good point, because we talk a lot about Donald Trump and how nothing sticks to him. He's Teflon. Why is it the same way with Hillary Clinton when, quite frankly, we're talking about things that are a lot more egregious to the overall population of the United States, to all the people?
Well, both of them have the highest unfavorability ratings, but people like that they're familiar with her, for one thing. They like Bill. They're used to the Clintons. The Clintons also delay these kind of things, like the transcripts. They delay it, and people get bored with it, and they don't really want to know, or they forget what it's really about. So by the time these things do come out, they don't matter as much. They're deflated. And people forget and they move on and they point to some other issue. They keep you always on your toes thinking about something else that they can solve the problems for. So, it's just how they play the game. She's so good at it as far as playing politics, and she knows what hot buttons to push. I mean, that's just how the Clintons roll.
Brent, I got to be honest with you. I have a lot of liberal friends. What a shock. A guy has a lot of liberal friends right down the middle here. But they all, every single one of them, to this point, has said to me in some variation, form or another, that I got to tell you, Ed, I am sick and damn tired of hearing about Bill Clinton playing saxophone on the Arsenio Hall show 5,000 years ago. I don't care. We don't care. We don't care about Bill anymore. We want to hear about Hillary. When are we going to stop hearing this, Brent? Because I'm still hearing from other people who say they love Hillary Clinton. Oh, we love Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton's not running for president. It's Hillary Clinton, Brent. Come on.
Oh, look, I have no interest in the saxophone. I used to be the worst trombone player in New York. I was so bad in high school they made me play tuba parts. So, that's not my bag, okay? What I will say is that some of this does stick. On the Hillary Clinton side and the Donald Trump side, I'll tell you what does stick to both of them, okay? Bernie Sanders, just as a fact, go to Real Clear Politics and look at their summary of polling and check me out on this. Bernie Sanders beats almost every Republican, and he does it by a larger margin than Hillary Clinton beats those Republicans. And Hillary Clinton doesn't beat all those Republicans. She loses to some of them. So the lack of trust issue on one level definitely does stick to Hillary in a general election. And people forget we're talking about winning in November, not just winning a primary. On the Trump side, Bernie Sanders, based on most polls, would wallop Donald Trump. The socialist beats the capitalist. And so the Trump negatives may not stick to him, as pundits always say, in the Republican Party, but they do stick to him in the general election. So, the bottom line for Hillary is that she really needs to earn back trust that she has lost. It is a serious problem.
But, Brent, I get that. But how do you do that, Brent? Come on, let's be honest here. She has lied so often. She has basically just disaffected so many people here with all of these untruths here.
Oh, yeah.
How do you do that? Unless, wait a minute, Brent, if you're Hillary Clinton, do you come out and say, I got it. I lied. Everything was a lie. And now I'm going to admit it. Let's move on. What else does she do?
The way to earn it, to start with, number one, is to release the transcripts, let everybody see what it is, then explain it, and then move on. In the same way on the emails, I don't think they were a killer issue, but my advice to the Clinton campaign many, many months ago was say, I did it, I screwed up, it was wrong, it was a mistake, I apologize, period. That's what she should have done a long time ago. And the more she prevaricates or makes evasions and excuses, that's how you lose trust. I'm thinking about releasing the transcripts. I'll release them if my opponents do. So Bernie says he will. He said that again tonight, that he'll release. Now it's the Republicans have to release their transcripts. The way not to earn trust and the way to lose trust is to do what she's doing in real time right now, to keep coming up with revolving excuses to not do it. She should just do it and move on. She should have accepted total responsibility on the emails early on, apologized, and moved on. And the more she dithers and dallies with this stuff, it erodes her trust. It's a very dangerous thing. And I say something that if she's nominated, I'll be on this show advocating she be elected.
All right.
Okay?
I tell you what, Brent.
She needs to come clean.
Hang on.
And
I'm going to have to
excuses.
stop you there because I'm almost out of time here, and I got to give D.C. the last word here. But let me tell you, you are off the Clinton Christmas list. D.C., is it not fair to say that right now, I got 30 seconds left, Trump, Cruz, Rubio, they got to start going after Hillary Clinton as well because she's just primed for an attack.
Well, they do, but they have to go after each other because either Rubio or Cruz are going to have to get out. One of them is going to have to get out of the race, in order to challenge Trump. But I want to say one thing about Hillary. She's untrustworthy, not because she hasn't admitted to what she's done. She's untrustworthy because of what she has done.
And because she has continued to lie about it over and over again. And it's interesting to hear a lot of people on the left, even they are now starting to say, we got to back off from Hillary Clinton. D.C. McCallister, I know we're saying goodnight to you. I want to thank you so much for being here. Always a pleasure to have you on the show. Brent Budowsky, you will return after the break. Please make sure you get a few more comments out there, Brent. We're going to bring you out of your shell yet, okay? Note once again, they are still counting in what is being called a chaotic scene in Nevada at the caucuses. Stay with us. We'll continue.